Judy, wir gehen rein ins Video. How to be a German in 50 easy steps.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Nauf YouTube channel. I'm now old, 29, washed up Nauf. The last couple of days, I actually opened some packages from some of you guys that you awesome, kind people have sent me. And in the next video, I'll show you guys some of the really cool, nice, sweet things that you guys sent to me in the mail. I really appreciate that. But for now, I want to make this video, which is inspired by one of the things that came in one of the packages. And that is from Tom, who, among other things, sent
How to be German.
me this cool book, How to be a German in 50 Easy Steps. Now, we're gonna go through this. I'm probably not gonna hit every step because I'll just talk about the ones that I like and understand. So this video is probably not how to be a German in 50 steps, but maybe 40 steps.
Perfect.
I don't know. It's the now shortened version of it. And if you guys like this video, then there's actually another book, How to be German in 50 more new steps. So if you guys like this video, I'll cover those steps as well. All right, guys, without further ado, let's learn how to be German. Eat German food. Before I came to Germany,
Okay. Wie wirst du Deutscher? Ess deutsches Essen.
I didn't have this like idealized, romanticized vision of German food in my mind, like I do for like Italian food. And then I got here and German food blew me out of the water. I don't think Germany's not like super well known internationally for its food, but I think that Germany should get a little bit more clout for how good its food is. And there's a lot of different types of foods throughout the country. I don't know, it doesn't get enough credit. Fenster auf Kipp.
Actually, deutsches Essen ist gar nicht so scheiße. So richtig nice Kartoffeln, so mit so Blumenkohl und sowas. Eigentlich auch ganz nice. Fenster auf Kipp. Actually, das ist ein Ding. Man denkt, das hat jedes Land, aber in Amerika gibt es zum Beispiel Fenster auf Kipp gar nicht.
The German windows. German windows throw Americans off when we first come here because you can open them up, right? Like a door, but you can tilt them. You tilt them like this. If you put the handle up and pull back, it tilts. So you can let some air in, but not too much. Fenster auf Kipp. Germans love having the windows like this. And you know what? I have one
Mach mal auf Kipp, Digga.
right here like that right now. It's a great little thing. German window technology is phenomenal. Put on your house shoes. Yeah,
Hausschuhe, boah, Hausschuhe actually geil. Ich fühle Hausschuhe auch.
house shoes. This is, to me, like a super specific German thing. Never had house shoes in the States. Seems like every German has some nice house shoes that they put on when they get into their house. Take off their outside shoes, put on their house shoes. I just wear my outside shoes inside. I'm an American barbarian. Know your potatoes. Anyone who says the Germans lack imagination is wrong. They've just concentrated in very specific areas, like outdoor clothing, bureaucracy, sentence-strangling compound words, mixed soft drinks, and perhaps most impressively, forms of the potato. Germans have thought up every which way to cook and consume the greatest vegetable. Yes, it's a vegetable.
Kartoffel zählt nicht mehr zum Gemüse, Chat. Kartoffel zählt als... Auf jeden Fall wurde es aus Gemüse rausgestrichen, ich weiß nicht warum. Aber es zählt nicht mehr als Gemüse.
Isn't it? On Earth, a potato. I would say my personal favorite of German edible potato art would be the lovely Bratkartoffeln.
Boah, Bratkartoffeln sind aber auch geil. Bratkartoffeln sind aber auch nice.
So good. Recycle.
Boah, Recycling ist auch tatsächlich gar nicht so verbreitet, vor allem in Amerika nicht.
This one is self-explanatory. I've talked about it a lot. Germany is the master country of recycling. I think actually the top 2 countries in the world with Japan. I believe this statistic might have changed, but Germany is a recycling juggernaut, and it takes any person
Kartoffeln sind jetzt Knollengewächs. Okay, kann sein, ja.
who moves to
Nachtschatzengewächs, weiß ich nicht. Knollengewächs? Keine Ahnung. Ist auch scheißegal.
Germany who's not a skilled recycler themselves and turns them into a competent recycler. And I'm in the process of that happening to me. Hate Bavaria.
Ja, Mann, da sehe ich uns. Tatsächlich ja. Alle außerhalb von Bayern finden Bayern kacke. Punkt.
I don't know if the hate is real, but it seems like it's kind of like just fun to hate on Bavaria because
Nö, der Hate ist schon real. Also das Ding ist, Leute aus Bayern sind manchmal ein bisschen eingebildet. Habe ich das Gefühl. So nach dem Motto, oh, wir haben ja das strengste Abi, oh. So, und so, oh, wir sind so toll, ba. Da denke ich mir so manchmal so, ja, dann seid doch einfach ein eigenes Land. Ich bin in Bayern und finde es auch kacke. Oder zum Beispiel in Bayern haben die Geschäfte nur bis 8 Uhr offen, auch so ein Kiosk, wo ich mir dachte, manche Kios in Aachen machen das um 8 Uhr auf. Also, die machen um 8 Uhr die Geschäfte zu. Bruder, ich kann ja um 24 Uhr noch zum Rewe gehen. Der Rewe hat bis 0 Uhr offen hier. Digga, das ist in Bayern echt beschissen. Also, das rate ich auch nicht.
Bavaria is, like I've mentioned in previous videos, it's the Texas of Germany. A big old state in the south that thinks they're better than everybody.
Guck da, ja, er weiß auch.
And thinks that they can live on their own, has a bunch of their own traditions and way of talking, and I don't know, people just seem to hate it. Another thing I'll say is that Germans are probably sick of this German stereotype that Americans have that is just really the Bavarian stereotype. Planning, preparation, and process. Don't even get me started.
Ja, okay, so Planung und sowas, alles mögliche, das machen so richtige Allmann-Deutsche auf jeden Fall viel.
On German planning and preparation. I'm not a great planner, not at all. As you guys probably know, if you saw the video called I Was Betrayed by the USA, where I drove 2.5 hours only to get rejected from the American Army base because I did not properly plan. But this is so true. It's like Germans will have things planned out on their calendars so far in advance in like a very structured way. The answer is to bring Cartosal. Everyone's
Kartoffelsalat. Ist stabil Kartoffelsalat immer.
Aware of Ivan Pavlov's work with conditioning dogs to salivate at the sound of a bell, but his lesser-known work actually was his work with the German people. And his goal is when anyone said to a German, "You're invited to a party," or "Let's have a barbecue," every German would instinctively think, "I'll make Kartoffelsalat." And it's real and it works. And I'll tell you what, German Kartoffelsalat, pretty damn good. Looks horribly disgusting. It looks so disgusting. Tastes so good. Always send friendly greetings.
Ja, genau. Ach, richte doch mal eher hier Hannes schöne Grüße aus. Ach, die Lisa, ja, sagt Lisa mal schöne Grüße.
Oh yeah, this is true. Whenever Germans write like an email or online messages, sometimes text messages, they'll end it with LG. Liebe Gruß, lovely greetings. People will send harsh or critical messages, but end it with LG.
Okay, das macht keinen Schwanz. Ich sag nie LG. Obwohl, liebe Grüße sag ich bei E-Mails schon, aber das ist halt so förmlich, finde ich.
Actually, I've got some of those. Even in like YouTube comments where it's like something really critical, pretty mean, like a pretty mean thing written about you or to you, and then they end it with LG. Lovely greetings, though. It's kind of weird. Hate the Saxony dialect.
Oh, sächsischen Dialekt. Du hast einen sächsischen Dialekt. Der Boss hat sächsischen Dialekt.
Yeah, this is a good one. The Saxony dialect is wild. It sounds like, I don't remember where I read this. Sounds like a drunk Irish person trying to speak German.
Ja.
Get some insurances. God, this guy, Adam Fletcher knows what's up. Yeah, Germans love insurance. You can get insurance for basically everything. I know you're supposed to get insurance for a drone, which I have. Mahlzeit.
Mahlzeit.
To be truly German, you have to use the most literal and confusing greeting of all. Mahlzeit.
Mahlzeit.
I love that he wrote this because I've asked people for years, what the hell does Mahlzeit mean? Because like, are you supposed to say it when you're about to eat? You say it like during midday when you're on lunch break.
Du kannst Mahlzeit immer sagen. Mahlzeit.
People always say it when we're rolling up to practice at
Aber ich habe schon sehr lange keinen mehr richtig Mahlzeit sagen hören.
8 p.m. I've been here for almost 5 years. I have no idea when the proper time to say Mahlzeit is. Love your car. Now this, I agree with wholeheartedly. Germans love their cars. They take very good care of their car.
Ja, da zähle ich jetzt nicht so rein. Mein Auto sieht aus wie Scheiße. Obwohl, ich hab's vor ein paar Tagen gesaugt. Komplett durchgesaugt.
And it's understandable. I mean, Germany has a pretty cool car culture. Mercedes, Porsche, Audi, BMW, Volkswagen. Although, Volkswagen. Oh, I can't even remember how to say it the American way. How do we say it? Volkswagen. We say Volkswagen. Okay. It's not that cool. I don't really like them. Dress seriously. Okay, what does this mean? You're gonna need to be appropriately dressed. Warning, Ausländer. Warning, outside is this thing called
Warning, Ausländer? Was?
nature. Yeah, I know, I'm outside right now. I'm in nature. Yeah, isn't there a German saying like something, there's no such thing as bad
Okay, den Punkt check ich nicht.
weather, only bad clothing or bad dress? Sure, yeah. I'm really bad at dressing, and right now I would say I'm a little bit cold because I looked outside and I saw the sun, but it's actually pretty windy. So, I'm not doing a very good job of being a German. Eat German bread.
Boah, ja, Mann, deutsches Brot, das war Schmackofatz so, Alter.
All right, I will say that German bread blows American bread out of the water.
Ja. Deutsches Brot, Bruder. Deutsches Brot.
I always have like an evening snack of like peanut butter toast, right? And I've been trying out a bunch of different breads. And I gotta say, every single one that I get is better than the last. Can't go wrong with any type of German bread. Fahr schwarz. Public transportation and
Ja, Schwarzfahren.
not paying for your ticket. Oh, this is pretty common in a lot of countries. Schwarzfahren is when you get on a public transportation in Germany without a ticket. It's a big no-no. I have a friend, I won't name who, German friend, who really likes to do this. I think just for the thrill of it. I won't name his name.
Was stand da? Germany Bowl MVP. Oh.
His name. But if you're a long-time Now viewer, you could probably guess. Speak German. Deutsch is mostly an incomprehensible jumble of exceptions. I agree with that. But you know what? I don't agree with this rule because how to be a German is you speak really good English and then you pretend that your English is bad and you speak English all the time.
Actually, wenn man Englisch redet, Chat, ist der ganze Chat gleich so, oh mein Gott, dieser Akzent, oh mein Gott, bist du kacke, oh mein Gott, kannst du überhaupt nicht Englisch reden, bababa. Aber actually glaube ich, dass die Amis und alle möglichen uns verstehen. Ich glaube, wir Deutschen reden gar nicht so ein scheiß Englisch. Unser Akzent ist teilweise sehr hart, aber ich glaube, wir reden gar nicht so scheiß Englisch. Ich glaube, man kann es gut verstehen.
If you're talking to an Auslander. So I can't agree with this rule. Learn how to open a beer bottle with anything but a bottle opener.
Ja! Zu 100.000%, ja! Das Bier öffnen mit allem. Das Bier öffnen mit Zähnen, mit einem Geldschein, mit einer Wasserflasche, mit dem Handy, mit allem. Mit dem Augapfel, mit allem.
This is very true, and I'm proud to say I can pull this off. I can open a bottle with a lot of stuff now. My favorite is to open a bottle with another bottle. And if I'm ever in the
das ist das Einfachste halt, ne?
States, and hey, here's my German beer bottle open trick. Pop it off, and Americans are just blown away. Pretty proud of that. Prost. Prost is
Oh, Prost. Prost finde ich auch wichtig. Immer in die Augen gucken und Prost sagen.
basically the cheers here in Germany. Whenever you're clanking beer glasses or anything like that, hit it with the Prost. Make sure you look the other people in the eye.
Sehr wichtig, sehr wichtig.
Learn how to enjoy bureaucracy.
Was?
You look the other people in the eyes. Learn how to enjoy bureaucracy.
Sie was? Ich hab's nicht verstanden. Sie Bureaucracy?
Yeah. My goodness, this country loves paperwork and bureaucracy, and I will never ever.
Was ist das, Chat? Ach, Bürokratie! Nein! Jeder hasst die Bürokratie in Deutschland, hä? Hasst die, also wir haben eine fucking große Bürokratie, aber jeder hasst sie, der findet sie kacke.
Ever learn to love it. Obey the red man. This one we've talked about many times. You know what I'm talking about, of course. Don't walk across the street when the light is red. Do nothing on Sundays. I've made a few videos about this. Actually, one of my favorite videos that I ever made was my video about why I love German Sundays. And guys, it's such a nice step back from the rat race, the Sunday vibe here in Germany. Really step back and like look around, enjoy life, and don't just continue going with your head down. Germany does a great job of that, and I've learned this skill, and I'm learning to really appreciate it. Drink Apfelsaftschorle. Yeah.
Apfelsaftschorle. Apfelsaftschorle is nice.
So, to my non-Germans, Apfelsaftschorle is like apple juice mixed with carbonated water. And I know that sounds disgusting, and it's actually not that bad. But this is like a staple at every German table.
Ja, Apfelsaftschorle ist okay.
Interrogate jokes.
Aber es nennt man Apfelschorle, nicht Apfelsaftschorle, Apfelschorle.
Germans have the unfortunate reputation of being humorless. That's not true. German humor is like German bread, dark, dry, not to everyone's taste, but in plentiful supply. This
Boah, manche Jokes, über die ich lache, sind auch echt böse, Alter. Die sind echt. Sollte ich nicht im Stream erzählen.
is true. I don't know what it is, but this is such a stereotype about Germans. The Germans have no sense of humor at all, and this is probably one of the biggest myths, I would say, that people outside of Germany think about Germany. Germans are funny as hell. It's like a very dark, direct, dry humor, and it's all over the place. Very sarcastic, but not like the over-the-top.
Ja, aber mit unserer Historie müssen wir auch so ein bisschen so sein. So. Also, dass wir einfach sehr trocken sind, sehr sarkastisch sind.
American sarcasm, so sometimes it's hard to tell when people are being sarcastic, but yeah, Germans are actually a pretty funny bunch. Gut, naja, ach so, alles klar, und so. You could have a full German conversation like this. That's a whole German small talk conversation right there. Na, ja, ach so, alles klar, naja, gut, und so. Klugscheiß. What the hell is that? As a marketer, I was always told, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. In Germany, it's the opposite. Never let a good story get in the way of truth. Okay, so this one, I'm reading about this one. Okay, so this is basically like correcting people. Klugscheißen, and making sure that if you make some sort of tiny mistake of fact in your story, like, hey, yeah, we went to...
Boah, niemand hasst es aber. Manchmal, es gibt ja Leute, die pimpen so ihre Storys so ein bisschen auf mit so ganz kleinen Mini-Details, die dann nicht so 100% wahr sind, aber auch scheißegal sind. Und dann gibt es so Leute, ja, aber das war aber nicht so 100% so. Du hast aber vergessen, dass das Ding nur so 5 cm groß war und nicht 10, wie du gesagt hast. Bababa. Und da denke ich mir so, ey, Digga, juckt. Also ich mache sowas eigentlich nicht, aber wenn jemand sowas macht, ja, who cares, Digga, who cares?
Hong Kong last October. And someone will pop and say, no, actually, we left on November 1st at midnight. So, no, that's actually not true. That's another thing. Germans love to add carbonated water to everything. And they love to mix beverages. Ow, that actually brings us to the next point. Drink mixed beverages. Says my roommate Rudy.
Also, der meint Mixgetränke, sowas wie Wodka E oder was?
He likes to say, ain't nothing wrong with mixing. Because he's mixed race. It's black and white, so he says that all the time. My first year here when we lived with Smoke, he loved to have Cola Weizens, and I didn't know what that was at the
Cola Weiz?
beginning. And so I was always drinking Cola Weizens all the time. Turns out it's half Weizen, half Cola. So
wie nennt man das nochmal? Cola mit Bier, das nennt man, das ist kein Radler, das ist ein, nein, Diesel kann man es nennen. Irgendwas mit, wie heißt das denn nochmal? Da gab es einen Begriff bei uns zu. Diesel gibt's auch, ja. Schweinebier! Ein Schweinebier ist das, Chat. Cola mit Bier ist ein Schweinebier. Actually gar nicht so beschissen, wie man denkt. Aber ein Schweinebier ist das. Cola mit Bier gemixt. Schweinebier.
Mixing pop with beer, which also sounds...
Schmeckt tatsächlich gar nicht so scheiße, wie man denkt. Es schäumt nur wie sonst. Es schäumt nur sehr doll.
Super weird and is super weird, but actually tastes kind of good. And it actually is a little bit surprising, seeing as how Germans are very particular about their beer and have beer purity laws, being willing to mix their sacred beer with other beverages. Kind of weird. Same thing with like a Radler. Travel seriously. I like this one. Germans seem to be very planned out with their travels. Like, all right,
Boah, ja, das mache ich viel, aber ich gar nicht.
booked a trip for 7 months in advance.
Mein letzter Urlaub, der war vor 2 Jahren, der war so, nee, ich habe letztes Jahr auch Urlaub gemacht, scheiße. Aber mein letzter Urlaub, den ich selber gebucht habe, war so, ja, ich fliege am Montag und ich buche am Sonntag.
I'm staying at this hotel, here's my flight, here's what I'm gonna do every day during...
Aber dafür habe ich alle Papiere immer sehr doll beisammen und habe das alles dreifach ausgedruckt und nochmal am Handy für Safe und alles so.
Trip. Maps must be... This is Speedy right here, 100%. Maps must be printed. Routes planned.
Maps must be printed, das ist Bullshit.
Backup routes found. Backup routes found.
Bullshit, das macht keinen Schwanz.
This is Speedy, for sure, 100%. Good job, Speedy. Speak freely about sex.
Ja, über Sex reden machen wir gerne. Frei über Sex reden, find ich gut.
Yeah, it's like Auslanders are just so prude and uptight to the point where they sometimes would even make a YouTube video about PDA, public displays of affection. So stick to the rules. Yeah.
Halt dich an die Regeln, ja, geht so.
Germany and Germans love rules. Even if they're stupid rules, they'll follow them because they're the rules.
Ja, aber okay, zumindest in meiner Bubble halten wir uns jetzt nicht so doll an Regeln.
I've got a little bit more of the gung-ho cowboy American feeling towards rules where...
Aber ja, so richtige Allmann-Deutsche sagen, ja, das darf man nicht, du darfst nicht. Okay, es gibt auch so Regeln in Deutschland, die müssen eingehalten werden, sowas wie, du darfst halt nicht Nike und Adidas mixen, das geht halt nicht. Aber ja, doch, er hat recht.
If the rule is stupid and I don't think makes sense, I would lean towards not following that rule. But Germans, even when they say oh, this is a stupid rule, but it's the rule, they keep following it. Know that birthdays are serious business. Yeah, I made
Ja, auf jeden Fall.
a video about this a couple years ago. Germans are much more serious about birthdays than Americans. Like, really, when you have a birthday, a German person will come up to you and, like, shake your hand, be like, ah, congratulations, man, happy birthday. Like, it's really, and I guess it is a big deal. You have lived another year. Also, another thing is, do not celebrate your birthday early at all, ever.
Auf keinen Fall den Geburtstag zu früh machen.
Or wish somebody happy birthday early. Big no-no in German. Hate the GEMA and Jez. What is that, G-E-Z?
Was ist GEMA? Ach, GEMA! GEZ! Ja, GEZ hasst jeder.
I know about GEMA, and this is that, it's the music copyright thing, and I guess up until, something happened, I think in 2016, I'm not that well informed, but something happened, but before that, something like 50 or 60% of all YouTube videos in the world were blocked in Germany. You could not view them.
Wegen der GEMA durfte man vor 2016, glaube ich, alle Musikvideos konnte man nicht sehen.
What is this, China? Watch Dinner for One on New Year's Eve. Ah, this
Ju kriegt seine Kanäle wieder, alles wird gut. Echt? Hat er eine Story gemacht?
famous Dinner for One, which I think is an English movie, but I guess, yeah, it's a New Year's Eve tradition
Ja, Dinner for One wird sich jedes Jahr reingezogen, wichtig.
to watch that here in Germany. But it's like kind of comparable to people watching It's a Wonderful Life on Christmas Eve in the States. Say what you mean. We know this. Germans are super, super direct. Hate Schlager, but know every word. The more Germans I talk to, the truer
Schlager hassen, aber jeden Song mitsingen können. Ja, fühle ich auch ein bisschen.
I think that this actually is. Drink Bionade by Bio. The company Bionade, being marketing geniuses, include the name Bio in their name. I think Germans pronounce it Bio. I would pronounce
Bionade meint er, Bionade.
it Bio. I'll say Bio for this. Germans have a built-in must-buy reflex when confronted with any product that is labeled Bio or contains the word Bio. I have been wondering why I see that. There's always like the Bio sections in grocery stores that I run through. I don't really shop in those ones. There's always like super expensive stuff. It's like you get a pack of nuts, it's 12 euros.
Ja, also die guten Seeberger-Nüsse.
Like, how good is Bio? And finally, say choose.
Tschüss.
Really extend it out. I love saying that. I think it's great. The word choose it's a great word. It's fun to say. It sounds nice, and it's a great way to end a conversation. So, guys, that is all for today. There's another book.
Ey, es war sehr, 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 sehr spannend. Nalf, Dankeschön für dein Video, mein Junge. Gibt natürlich auch ein Like hier. Hat Spaß gemacht zu gucken, auf jeden Fall. An die YouTube-Leute, falls ihr Bock habt, lasst gerne ein Like da. Und abonniert auch gerne den Kanal hier für mehr Reactions, würde mich sehr, sehr, sehr freuen. Und falls wir auch so einen zweiten Teil gucken wollen von Nalf, sagt gerne Bescheid. Schreibt in die Kommentare, dann gucken wir den. Und abonniert rein, dann verpasst ihr den Teil nicht, wenn ihr den noch sehen wollt. Haut rein, ciao.